Welcome to Groom King Barbershop. I'm Christopher Hernandez. We're in Fishkill, New York, and today I'm with Easy Blade. Let's go. Today we're here with Easy Blade, and we're going to perform an 8 on top and a skin fade. Here we go. Sometimes people, start from the bottom, do the skin line. I like to go at the top first. You know what I mean? Sometimes just go right to the top. And I just keep cutting, keep going with the groove. And I'm not sticking these, these pointing into their head. I'm gliding the clipper over the head. You gotta be gentle. Sometimes, it's going to be a good experience, not rough and manhandle them. You gotta have a light touch when you're barbering. And it's almost like when I go over the top, the first time, it's a rough draft. So I'm just kind of going over first, boom. I'm gonna put the 8 down. Now I'm gonna go to the skin. All right, so going into the skin fade, I like to leave the skin for the end to really skin it out. And then, I really think you always have to ask the client what he wants. Some people want it high, some people want it low, mid fade. Alejandro here today, he always likes his fade to be kind of like not such a big blurry fade, but like he wants the skin to be up here, like almost like a short transition, but still a blend, not nothing choppy. So we're gonna start here. You know what? Sometimes I like actually to come to the back. Let's check this out here. I'm gonna do this in 3 sections, because sometimes when you fade here and then fade here, then you come to the back, sometimes it doesn't connect good. It doesn't look like a full blend. So I like to do this technique here. I'm gonna start with the 0, and I'm just making, this is all 0. I'm doing this back section here. And we're gonna change the lever. There's a whole bunch of levers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levers. I went from the 0 just right to the middle, so I almost skipped the lever. Some people go to the halves, but at the end, this is all like a rough draft. Now I'm just gonna do the half, go up just a little bit, like this. We move the section here. And another thing, as you're cutting hair, if you're in for the long haul and this is going to be your career, pump the chair up, spin the chair. Don't be hunched over, and you have complications, especially if you're working 8-hour, 10-hour shifts. So here's that, and there's still a line here, right? But like I said, this is the rough draft. Now I'm switching to the open blade, completely open, and I'm gonna go up just a little bit as well, right? So boom. I'm up, coming up, and I'm just doing the back of the head right here, just the nape area, because when I get onto the both sides, it's gonna connect with the blending, because I'm basically doing the same process on both sides. I just want the back to look really good, because sometimes, like I said, if they don't connect, the fade is off and it looks pretty bad. So I'm going back. Now I'm going to hit the middle again, touch it up. Then I'm going to go back to the 0, brush it up a little bit. So I'm not even using all of the levers. Sometimes people want to do every single lever, it's a lot of flick action, bringing it back, boom. Okay, so now I put the 7 clip on, right? It's basically like a 6.5, 7 clip. It's the Andes number 2. I mean the Speedo guide. So now I went from the 8. Now I'm coming down to the second highest clip. And I'm gonna come like this. So he has a lot. Some of these hairs are going down, and some of them are coming up. So now I'll bring the clipper like this over the top, because you want to go against the grain in some of those hairs and make sure they're all even. Which now I'm going to use the 5 Speedo guide, number 1A. These are universal, and the Babyliss comes with great clips. I'm just so used to what I do. So now we're doing the 5. Bringing that 5. I'm basically going to complete the whole fade in the back section. You know, because what I'm doing is I'm focusing. I'm actually organizing the haircut, section at a time. You know, I did the 8, then I came back, I'm doing the skin. You know, I'm doing sections. You gotta be organized when you cut hair. You can't be all over the place, you know? Okay, that one's good. So now I'm gonna go down to the 4 clip. Bring in the 4 clip, put it on, boom, boom. And some people go half on every clip. They'll go bring it up half, bring it down low. I think with the bigger clips, it's not necessary. When you get down to like the 2 and the 1 and then the open blade, that's when you could, you know, play with those 1/2 centimeter levers. So here we go with the 4, and you hear it. You hear those nice, you know, just cutting. So now I'm done with that. I'm gonna go to the 3. And I'm using the 3. I'm just doing the same thing I'm doing right here. And we're getting closer and closer to taking out this line right there. That's the main object right there. Because we have a nice transition here. We have a nice transition there. Now you see that middle line. So this is the 3. And probably around the 2 to the 1.5. And then the 1. That line will tend to blur away. The 2. Down to the 2 guard. And like I said, this is too closed. As I do it, I might put it up like this. So it's a 2.5. Play with it a little bit, take it down. You know, you play with those little 1/2 centimeters because you're blending, you're meshing it all together. You want it to just all blend the hair. Watch, when I come to the 1, 1.5, it'll just start to blend away. Now we're down to the 1, and I'm gonna open it, do the open blade, because you want to be a little bit more careful as well, and you don't want to go as high when you have these lower guards on. Now, see, it's starting to kind of fade. You know, like they said, it's called a fade, right? So that's what it's doing. It's fading away. Here we go. Now it's going to be all the way down. And I'm going to hit it like this. Okay. From here, I have a 0.5. I call it the butter clip. And a guy I used to work for, he used to call it the butter clip. And it's a little clip. And this is the butter clip, we call it. It's like the half, you know what I mean, by wall. So I put this in now, and it just melts it together like butter. So I put it on open, and I'm just gonna hit it out a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. Got a faint little line here, and it just starts to melt everything together. You know, but you gotta be careful with this butter clip, because sometimes it, you know, the old one used to pop off. You know, they'd be like, I want a low fade. I don't want it too, and then it pops off. And all of a sudden, you'd be like, oops, your hair is tricky. You know, your hair is tricky. So you gotta, you know, make sure it's on there properly. So now I'm gonna go to the open blade, and I'm just gonna use this here. No guard on it. I'm gonna lift it all the way up and just kind of touch it a little bit more. You see? Pow. And now I'm going in the middle, halfway, touch it again. And now the back is pretty good. And the blend is there. And now I know. Boom, okay. Start my line here. Right where I had it before, right on 0. So I'm going 0. Do the same process I did on the other side. Same exact process. I'm going to the 7 because this is the 8. And now I'm gonna work it. 5 clip down. Process, this is the 4 clip. Same process in the back, and I'm doing it on the side, and I'm doing a lot of emphasis right here in where the fade connects. Boom. This is the 3 clip now, going down. You know, we're going down 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, you want to use all the clips. I just keep them kind of at the same height until I get down to the 2s and the 1s, where things get a little bit trickier, you know. This is the 2 clip now. Went from the 3 down to the 2. To the 1 clip. And I'm gonna go open blade again. You know, we're messing with that line right there. You know, right here, that blend. Now I'm gonna go halfway. So I got the 1 clip on and I'm halfway on the lever. And then right here with that fade in the back, I'm kind of blending it to try to connect this fade. Yeah, and then now down to the 1. You know, keep your equipment good. You know, it's, you know, you gotta always constantly, you know, staying ahead of the game, buying new equipment, new clips, new stuff. You know, you wanna, you know, you invest into your materials, into your equipment, and it'll pay you back, man. The results show. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm gonna use this 0.5 here by Babyliss. Just a little, boom, came with the clipper. It was really nice. So then boom, I'm gonna go up again with it. Open blade. Okay, now I'm gonna take it off. And you know, around this time too, just it's not all about the haircut as well. It's, you know, what is it? It's not about the fade. It's not about me. It's about Alejandro. It's about your client. You know, sometimes, you know, you want to make sure, hey, are you all right? You see there's hair around. You know, I'm gonna grab my blow dryer and kind of just, you know, make him more comfortable, because it gets itchy. It gets, you know, a little, you know, especially, you know, if you're not cutting as fast. You know, you want to make sure it's nice, it's clean. You know, maybe the clippers got a little hot. You know, I'll spray with my Andes 5-in-1 just to kind of like regroup and, you know, make sure he's okay, you know. Now I'm gonna come back to the open blade, and I'm gonna mess with that right there. You know, so now the section, that section, this section is blended together, and I'm just kind of messing with it. But when I let the lever a little lower, I'm just gonna drop a little lower from the section I was going to. Boom, and now back down to the 0 where I visually started the line. You know, boom, boom. And then now, you see how those 2 sections blended together? Like that. So instead of putting one line all the way around and then going, I'm missing, you know, I did this section. Let me concentrate on the back. I want to concentrate on this side. Now I'm going to concentrate, and we're going to blend it again onto this side. And do the same exact process, right? So the line is here. Start with the 0. Let's do it. So now we blended all 3 sections. So it's basically 4 sections I've done. I've done the top with the 8, the back, 2, 3 on the sides. That's 3. I'm doing, because I always do my haircuts in sections, organize it, you know. And now I'm gonna do it in sections as well. But this whole thing is the last section. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now the skin is a 5 section. Okay, and I'm gonna start down here because he doesn't want any facial hair. So I'm gonna come up. And now I'm coming up to the that zero area where I did the section, and look, it's not even a line. So if I would have started, sometimes people want to start with the trimmer and you make that solid line, that low tight line, it's hard to get out. Now I'm just brushing this in. It's just brushing in and all meshing and blending together. And you know, at the end we'll do the final touch-ups on that section here where the zero and the skin meets there. Okay, now got the Babyliss Pro FX2, and we're gonna skin it out. Start from the bottom low, and I'm using these as like almost like a taper. You know, I'm skinning it out, skinning out the bottom, and I'm using it almost just like tapering it up, like a little tape up. Use the Easy Blade shaving gel, and I'll put a little on the edges. I put some around the ears as well, in the back, just for like some final touches, you know. And I love the smell, nice and fresh. And clients will ask you too, hey, what is that stuff? You know, that smells good, you know. You do that. Nice little shaving gel. And just little final touches. Just to kind of nice and smooth. So I get my PST towel, I keep it in my hand all the time, you know. So I got the razor. Now I'm gonna come here, just go around the ears a little bit. You know, the little fine hairs, I lift the skin, and I'm just cleaning around the ear just a little bit, just be a little bit more finer. Down here, boom. Always these little hairs, boom, boom, boom. You know, just kind of do little final touches, you know. Sometimes you go the other way as well. Go against the grain. And I always use, when I use the razor, a lot of people try to come in freehand like this. Pivot. You always have to pivot, you know. Like I said before, you know, I have these 3 fingers here, you know, sometimes. Look, I come down, I have 2 fingers, and now I'm using the razor down as well. So I'm touching the client, I'm here, you know. Hairs down here, I'm gonna give him just everybody always be like, make sure you get the neck hairs, make sure you get my neck hairs. So I'm gonna give Alejandro a nice classic neck shave. So, still have this here. I'm gonna put the towel in. I'm gonna use the Easy Blade as well down here at the bottom. Rub this in. I'm gonna top it off with some hot lather, old school hot lather. And this is a nice feeling. A lot of, especially the older gentlemen like this is like a classic neck shave. My razor. And you wanna make sure there's no skin tags, bumps, stuff like that before you shave as well. You know, Alejandro has a clean neck. A lot of older men, they grow skin tags and stuff like that, which if you cut off, they'll never stop bleeding. You're gonna have to pay for their copay at the hospital. So, you know what I mean? Make sure there's no abrasions, no something like that that, you know, you could accidentally cut off, you know? But we wanna keep it here, and then now, we'll do a nice neck shave, a nice feeling. And then Alejandro has very thick neck hair. He probably goes down to his you know, his lower back, but we're not gonna do that. That's manscaping, that's another session. Okay. Take here. Wipe. Right. Boom, boom. I got a little aftershave down here for Alejandro with a nice hot towel on the back of the neck. Just a little add-on, a little, you know, just something that you could, you know, bump the haircut up to, you know, $5, $6, you know, and they love it, you know. Wipe them down, kind of semi-clean off the hair a little bit, clean off the fade. You can also wipe their face. Just be gentle though, you know. Their head is not a football, you know. You gotta make sure, like that, boom. How do you feel, Alejandro?
Very good.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, 8 on top, skin fade. We did all the sections slowly. And we did it like that. And there we have it. Boom.